don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I refuse to live my whole life in fear. Yeah, my pain only strengthens me. Yeah, yeah, all this pain has awakened me. Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the tribe. My name's Jvstyce, and we have a fun one for y'all today. For the last few days, I've been running through New World with the homies and just having a blast. We started running through dungeons, and I've been going in with a lot of randoms, like a lot. One thing that I've noticed though is that some people still don't know all the steps or where all the things are located. So for today's video, I'm going to show you where all the loot chests are, all the note pages for your experience, and some other materials that are around the map, as well as just some insight and tips for making it through your first dungeon. Whether it's your first time or your 100th time, we could all use a little refresher. So I hope you enjoy. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content coming as we dive further into New World and await the other cool games that are coming out this year. Peace and love. What's up, guys? We're going to go ahead and clear this achievement screen off really quick. Now, right at the beginning of this dungeon is going to be your first note page. It's really easy to miss as you want to run right into the fight, but go ahead and get this and get some free experience. Now the first two enemies are in here waiting. The tank using their carnelian gem will want to pull the yellow specter as it's the strongest, having all the focus on them. The DPS players and healers all can attack, and if the tank has any crowd control or pull moves, use these to keep the enemies close to you. That way the other players can help take them out. And after this, you can take the tunnels to your right or make the jump off the bridge. Make sure to go to the end of the beam before you jump or you'll fall to your death. When you get to this chamber, make sure to clear out the nest to your right after you take care of these little small guys. So you see the team is going to go here to the center, and it's easy to focus on all the enemies that are right here in front of the door, but you really want to go ahead and backtrack. Probably actually go to the nest before you fight all these guys, otherwise you're going to have constant ads just running up your back. So you see here, I'm going to turn back and I'm going to go to the nest. This is the nest I'm talking about. You see the zombies coming out of it. You want to clear this. As you see, they keep respawning. And do this as a team so you can get it done faster. And you can push all the other enemies at the door afterwards. And here you can see how slow it takes with just one person attacking the nest, especially with the constant spawning of the enemies. There we go, we've got it, and we'll finish him off, and we'll go help the rest of the team. Now you see the gold specter because they went ahead and cleared out the first wave, and went to go open the door. Make sure you come back by where the nest was. That way you can go ahead and get this chest here. You don't want to miss any of the loot that's in the dungeon because a lot of it is either high tier that you can use to help you out throughout your play of New World, or you can sell it on the market to make a lot of money. So after this area, you're going to come over here to the left. You'll see an abomination and a silver vein. Now, you probably can get away with not attacking the abomination, but it's good XP, and you can get the silver vein. So it's a nice little extra loot for you. Okay, now we're going to go down the hallway through the door that we just opened up. Now, you want to always come down the stairs to the left, as it has a specter here on the stairs and right by the platform button you see down there. These guys can come up from behind and be really annoying if you don't take care of them right away, so just go ahead and clear them out first. And after you defeat this ad right here, this zombie ad, go ahead and jump off the balcony, down into the water, where by the waterfall you'll find another elite chest to loot. Also, it's a good point to make sure you don't stand under the water when you're doing this so you don't drown. And here, behind where the chest was, is 2 river crests, and then another silver vein. Back up the stairs, and you're going to go back to where the wooden ramp is up these stairs. Make sure the rest of your team is behind you so you're not pushing into enemies solo or even 2 of you. You will get clapped pretty hard. Here's another experience page. Go ahead and pick that up. Get some quick free experience. And clear out the enemies. Take note of where these buttons on the floor are. These platforms with the buttons. You're going to need them in a little bit. Jump down, attack the specter and the ad. Hopefully no one pulled the big guy, but here we did. And then go to work. Your tank will be able to pull the big guy so that way he's focused on you, and the rest of the team and the DPS players can attack him from behind and really inflict a lot of damage. So right now we have another tank in the group, so he pulls focus so I can attack, and then I pull focus so the rest of the people can attack. And sometimes that'll work as well. And this helps a lot because you can help manage your health a lot better. You know, one person's pulling tank, pulling focus and aggro, the other one's attacking. It just helps out a lot. It's not necessary, but it's nice to have. You're going to come in here and you're going to go to the right, and you're all going to clear this nest first. Remember, these spawn more enemies, so the more time this is alive, the more enemies are going to keep coming out. And here, this stone, you're going to use your Azoth staff to translate the rune on it so you can get some experience and proceed through the dungeon. You see the teammate doing it there. And if you come back down, you'll see this material here that you can go ahead and mine and get some more goodies. Once again, we go back through the hall to the next area. We're going to go up to the right, up the stairs, and clear the nest. Once again, this is a very important step. I'm going to say it every time there's a nest. That way you guys can understand how important it is. If you don't clear these, they will keep coming and they will kill you. Now in this room, you'll notice the pedestal with the ball in the center. Clear the first 2 minor enemies and have someone in your party go and activate that ball. Once activated, go ahead and clear the nest. And rinse and repeat on the other side for the other nest. There will be more enemies that spawn since you activated the ball as well. And make sure you pick up any loot that always falls to the ground from enemies. Here, after you clear the abomination, I recommend that you deal with the Fire Spectre first, because he does a considerable amount of damage on his own, and you don't want the rest of the ads coming up and just peppering you with their hits, knocking you out and pushing you back. And once again, we'll just clear this nest out really quick. See me and the other tank both going for it. Now here, don't forget about this chest on the other side of this pillar. It's super easy to miss because it doesn't really stick out. So if you don't check everywhere, you will miss this one. Here's the respawn point. Hit the first button on the floor. Have your teammates go off to the side on the right and back by with waterfall to activate the other switches for this bridge. Let's see, we've got 2 of 3 activated now. And the third person is about to jump off. And boom, here we go. All of the switches are now hit. Now when you do this, 2 enemies will spawn. A Fire Spectre and a big boy. Clear them one at a time. That way you don't have to fight 2 obnoxious enemies at once. Once you clear these, you're going to want to cross the bridge that you just activated to fight another big boy, some zombie ads, and an abomination. Make sure your tank or tanks are getting all the aggro here since there's a lot of enemies. And also make sure you get out of any corners that you might be in, because you see it can get kind of hectic in the corners. You want to give yourself some room to move around. Now in this hallway, you're going to want to grab this chest, and just like we're doing, it's a nice place to heal and regen any mana that you might need to regen. And in this little chamber, this is the mini boss area. You're going to want to clear the ads to the left, and after this, you want to clear the abomination that's up to the right. There's the abomination. Go ahead and clear that. And then the big boy in the center. You want to do it in that order. This way you don't pull everyone to you at once and kind of overwhelm yourself. To the left and right up the stairs are groups of lesser enemies. Go to the left first, clear them out, because there's a chest for loot back there. And you see as we get up here, the other two teammates have already gotten rid of the lesser enemy, and now we can loot the chest. Go ahead and activate with the candle, or go up to the right of these stairs you see here, and you'll see two more lesser enemies. Come up here and clear them out first. Makes it a little bit easier, but either way is fine. Alright, now that you've cleared out these enemies, go back to the candle in the middle to activate and bring out the mini boss. Here you'll also note that there's another experience page, and there's a chest for loot, but it's locked until after the mini boss is defeated. Now this purple specter is kind of a pain in the butt. He has strong attacks, and the chain circle that you see appear on the floor will stun you, so that way you can't move for like 3 seconds. And then you see the lines on the screen. You'll notice that that's where these other specters that it's summoning are flying through, and those will hit you, knock you back, and stun you a little bit as well. So since you can see them, they're a little bit easier to avoid. So you see I just got hit there and got stunned. Luckily I was in a healing circle, so it didn't really affect me too bad. Now you defeated the mini-boss, go ahead back to that locked chest. It is now unlocked. And make sure you loot up. Then we go up to the stairs and through the hallway to the next part where there's a big boy waiting for us. So here you'll fight this big boy. A little easier when it's just one on. And I would definitely recommend that you have a group of 5. 4 can do it, but it's a little bit tougher. A group of 5 will make it through the dungeon in about 20 minutes. Here you'll go through the hallway and see the Spectre hanging out. Go ahead and clear him and the other caster that's flying through the sky. These guys do have a lot of health, so just keep the attack on. And here in the next room, you'll see another respawn point. In case you die, this is where you come back to. Clear out these 2 little enemies, heal up, pop any potions you need to, restore any mana that you need to. Through these doors is the big boss, Simon. Clear out these guys to the left really fast. They're not really hard. Get them done. Get them out of the way. Go ahead and approach Simon. And once you do, get close enough, the fight will initiate. He talks a little trash here. Turns around to face you. Right after this, he's going to pull 3 zombies from the ground. You'll see him put his hands to the ground and summon them. If you can ignore them, the more you kill them, you keep respawning them until he dies. So have your tank or tanks keep his focus as a healer. Make sure that the tank is always being kept at full or more than half-life. The boss will usually swing 3 or 4 times before using his Tank Buster Ground Smash, and that'll stun you as you're going to use up all your stamina to kind of make sure that you don't die from it. And the tank can hit between these swings to make sure that his focus stays on the tank. And if you happen to kill the ads like we end up doing here throughout this run, they come back 4 instead of 3, the initial 3. And they do more damage the more they come back. So if you really can leave them, if you need to kill 1 and manage 2, that'll work. But if you can leave them and focus on Simon, that's the better route. keep peppering them. Make sure the tank is always pulling aggro. That way you can let your DPS players really mess them up. Healers also note, make sure not to get too close, because he will hit hard. Now you see here, I'm pulling him away as someone went down so the team could revive the other player. If that happens, make sure as a tank you pull him away from the field. Everyone needs to be alive for this to really be a smooth process. You're going to want your 2 healers, 2 DPS and a tank. That's really the best way. But if you have tank DPS and 2 healers, and 1 dedicated DPS, it's fine as well. But I do recommend to have 1 tank, 2 DPS, and 2 healers to really make this a smooth run. I notice we killed the Edge and he comes back more, so now we're really having a fun time. And just rinse and repeat until the boss is done. If you do everything right and you loot everything, it should take about 25 minutes to complete the whole dungeon. And when you kill the boss, make sure you turn around. If you've got the quest for the heart gem, to get the heart gem, go to this little statue, this little half circle pedestal, and grab it. And then from here you'll turn back around and you'll want to make sure you hit this chest so that you get all the loot that you can get. Now that the dungeon is done, you can go through your items, salvage some stuff, repair, take some potions, and take the shiny orb to leave the dungeon. That may seem like a lot, but once you do it a couple times, then you'll get through that dungeon like a hot knife through butter. Here I'm just showing you what I spec'd for as a tank. I focused solely on strength, because I'm a tank DPS, I'm not a true tank. The thing that lets me be a tank as a DPS is the Carnelian Gem and my Battle Axe. It lets me use my Reap and my Whirlwind to kind of pull in the opponents and taunt them. And I have most of my strength through item buffs, but my Constitution you see is high, and my focus as well. Also, here is my Battle Axe and my Warhammer abilities and attributes. Let me not forget to show you guys this. If you're a tank, this is what's going to work for you. If you're DPS and you want a main Warhammer War Axe, that's what you guys want. So yeah, these are all the points. Once again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and let me know what else you'd like to see in the next video. Peace and love, y'all.